To illustrate the path we went through to become a grown-up, I will use the UX maturity model introduced in 2006 by Jakob Nielsen. Although this model applies to UX, for me, in fact, it refers to every aspect of building an organization around the needs of its customer. So please use it however you think it will be helpful to you. It starts with almost total UX design ignorance and end up with a design embedded into company's DNA. But please note, not every business must hit the top level, like, for example, Apple does. Being engaged or committed is perfectly enough. For example, this applies to the marketplace. The crucial thing to diagnose where you are now and sets the goal for the future. And for Allegro, we were somewhere near interested, but now we are between invested and committed. It often takes years to get to the next level due to the fact that it requires a change in the culture and the identity of the company. In other words, the goal of UX design in Allegro is to be not only a process or resource, but a foundation for technology and business. And for me, this actually means to be a grown-up. So how do we manage to drive an impact? How to become mature, in other words? I'll share some thoughts with you based on my experience and from the perspective of research and data. These are the following. First, think big, but act local. Have high ambitions and take inspiration from the giants, but act specifically to the needs of the environment. Second, find the way to sit at the table. Do not wait for an invitation, but invite yourself to the product development process. Third, take chance as your opportunity. Analyze your surroundings, near and far. See what can help you to achieve your goals. So think global, act local. You can do the best research in the world, but your job is also to make everyone understand and use the output. Therefore, for me, local has two uses here. External, this is obvious. It concerns how we research and analyze the environment. And internal, as a way of targeting actions and the communication to a specific audience. So let's start with the external local. Allegro was always a synonym of buying online in Poland. In 1999, when it was founded, in Poland, only 5.5% of the population had access to the internet, and no one knew what buy now meant. Just to compare, in UK at the time, it was over 20%. So the Allegro taught people in Poland how to shop online, and we are attached to each other by a common history. However, this does not allow us to underestimate our competitors, especially right now. This is why we constantly conduct research and data analysis to show us what is important. But we also do not forget to look ahead and use generative research methods. Evaluation helps us to improve the experience on the platform, and generative research, as well as predictive and prescriptive analysis, drives the business into the future. I always compare it to the psychology, where the first one is a treatment and the second one is like a self-development. And what this internal local means. You need to stay focused on your allies within the organization to help to take UX to the next level. You are not a lonely island. All you need is to get to know who your stakeholders are, research their needs, and adapt activities as well as communication to them. The rest will follow, as one of the giants of the Silicon Valley says. It calls research the research. I call it like this. So what we did in practice. First step was to set a territory map. This is an extremely helpful framework that sets all the stakeholders in two dimensions: interest or engagement and power/impact. Have a look at the slide. Promoters, people with whom you work closely, your superior, Scrum Master, Scrum team, product owner. They need to be your corporate best friends. Latents, stakeholders with great power, but have less direct interest and engagement, like your C-level. You need to attract their attention and meet their needs. Defenders, this group is actually very interesting. They are engaged, but do not make decisions directly to your product. It can be, for example, your sales department. So keep them up to date. And apathetic or better lethargic, they are not engaged, no impact, but you never know when they will help you.